So 0 is up 2-0 over Sorry in these best of ones. So let's see what game number 3 is going to bring us. A little bit quicker games than a lot of the games I've been casting for StarCast lately. Let's see how game number 3 looks as we go to Polypoid 1.22. Again, Sorry spawns same exact. Actually, I think I put the wrong. Yeah, I definitely did. Last game I put the wrong position on the map, didn't I? Whoops. Okay, spawning up here in the top right hand corner, it is our blue Zerg player. It is 0. Currently up 2-0 over their opponent, who's spawning down here in the bottom right hand corner of Polypoid 1.22. It is Sorry, our red Terran. Now, Sorry has been playing really well lately in general, but apparently not well enough. Sorry, I believe, and 0 have both qualified for ASL 10, so very big congratulations to both of them. And, you know, game 1 and 2, we saw 0 go for that 12 hatch and was able to survive game number 2's very aggressive opening from Sorry. Sorry's doing it again. A madman. Absolutely not sorry about how game number 2 went. We're seeing it again, and guess what? There's an Overlord heading right for it. Tonight on Unfortunate Encounters. And guess what? This time also, sorry, 0 didn't go for a 12 hatch. This time we went for a 9 pool. And Sorry is scouting in the wrong position. We're going clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Oh no, actually, sorry. We were just going for seeing if the Overlord was there. Scouting SCV, now moving up. And you're going to see a 9 pool, and you're going to have to pull a lot of SCVs back to handle this, as well as the first Marine you get. So he does see that. Second Marine should be popping shortly. Drone trying to catch any damage on that second drone. Yep. We do lose one of those Marines. Oh, sorry, one of those drones. We're down to 8 drones. Trying to go for that that hatchery at the natural there for 0. But 0's 6 lings now heading out across the map. The third Marine does pop, so we are able to actually get quite a bit of defense ready. The bunker, though, oh my god, is this bunker going to be ready in time? Now that is perfect timing, if so. Still, I do believe that those drones will probably just try, those Zergling will probably try to run past for 0. And nice blocking, just in general. Oh, wow. Sorry is able to defend all that 9 pool and really not lose that much. We did delay the natural command center for Sorry by a little bit, but overall, 0 did not get that much damage done with that 9 pool. And now we're up to 15 SCVs for Sorry, 11 drones for 0. We do have the gas started for 0 already, so we'll soon be seeing the lair. At 315, such a delayed lair for a 2 hatchery. 320 even. But that's the price you get for going for that 2 hatch. Sorry, for that 9 pool. It's really awkward to apologize for when I make a mistake when I'm casting a player named Sorry, because every single time I say it, I feel like I'm misleading people who might not have the strongest grasp of English language. I mean, they probably do. They probably have enough of a grasp of English language. If you didn't, it would be confusing. It's confusing to me already. And I only speak 2 languages, English and bad English. So Sorry is going for 1 Rax Academy again. We don't see the second Rax coming up just yet. Meanwhile, 0 does have the lair underway, just about to finish up here. We'll see what 0 has in store for Sorry in game number 3 here. I mean, it's probably just going to be mutas again. This will be a lot less divisive as mutas as we saw in game number 2, where pretty much the mutas will just win the game. And this is a little bit of an easier map to defend as well. I already like how Sorry has positioned his Sim City. He can put missile turrets here, here, and here, and pretty much lock off a lot of the positions for those mutas. So potentially you probably want to put your missile turrets over here. I've been thinking a lot about this lately, if you couldn't tell. Just so you can actually also protect your ramp. Unlike game number 2, where the base was kind of lopsided and let for a lot of places for those mutas to go in. Again, as far as I understand, you really just want to put like giant walls of no-no zones for mutas. So, Sorry does get up to a second Rax on the way. We do have the Sim on behind this as well. The Spire is finishing up shortly, so we should be seeing an NG Bay coming up now-ish. Okay, that's actually not a third Rax. That's an NG Bay. And the third hatchery coming down here at the 12 o'clock position here for Zero as well. So Zero is going to be playing this potentially either... There's two ways that I see a third base coming down here. Not heavy all-in on mutas, or 100% all-in on mutas. By using that third gas, you can go for hive tech into lots of mutas and just build massive flocks. Are they flocks? Squadrons? Murders? Is it a murder of mutas? Not exactly sure. But this is the difficult timing here where I think Sorry does get the scans down, knows that the mutas are underway now, and needs to throw down a lot of missile turrets. We have our first missile turrets coming down. Okay, so it's going to be here and here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And as those mutas start to pile out, we'll have to see. Okay, we are getting +1 weapons on the mutas, which I always hate to know what the Zerg player is doing. And this is important to know because I think this means that we're going to be seeing a very heavy muta style. We're not going for lurkers easily and quickly behind this. We're going for a very heavy investment of mutas. So Sorry is going to have to get some scanning down and figure that out so that we really know to invest a lot in missile turrets, because sometimes you can just cheap out on those missile turrets and get completely overrun by the Zerg. We already see that Sorry does have 3 missile turrets set up over here to defend against the mutas. 8 mutas out already. 0 on the other side of the map, still continuously pumping out more and more. Okay, actually, I take that back. I said not quick lurkers, and we see a hydrogen. So this is going to be more of a... Okay, yeah, this is a more macro style Zerg. So we're just getting early mutas into third base to pretty much just get that map control and maintain that map. We'll probably start seeing drones popping back out of these eggs, as we're also throwing down an Evo chamber. Ooh, we're going into like heavy upgrades behind this. And this is that dangerous game that a lot of Terrans have to play. Is my opponent all in on mutas or not? A lot of damage coming in there. Getting a lot of SCVs as well. Now, 3 missile turrets do a lot of damage to those mutas, but it's still not enough to really completely dissuade them from getting in there and killing a lot of SCVs. The important part for Zero to know, though, and I'm sure Zero does know this, is that killing a lot of SCVs is very nice, but if you don't kill the Terran ball before it hits your base, you're in for a lot of trouble. So Zero really has to dissuade Sorry from wanting to push out here, and how you do that is you kill the medics. Without medics, you can't stim, and without stim, you can't easily fight a mutaball. The more you stim to fight the mutaball with only a small number of medics, you're gonna have a lot of problems in terms of just the overall life and HP of your medic bio ball. We do have the Queen's Nest coming down here. +1 flyer weapons is about to finish up here for Zero. So Zero is sitting in a pretty good position, I would say, versus Sorry in game number 3 again. Sorry's kind of struggling in these last couple of TvZs. While we're also getting into a good number of drones. 30 drones for 3 bases seems to be a pretty decent number. And as we go into Hive Tech, this gets scarier and scarier for Sorry. Now we do have the science facility about to finish up here. Starport and factory as well. So Sorry is in a pretty good position in terms of tech. We're at 9 minutes. Science vessel's a little bit late, but overall, this isn't unwinnable for Sorry just yet. Terran can stay on 2 bases for a really long time, and with 1 to 2 science vessels and some siege tanks and up to 5 factories, we could get into a pretty good position to push in on Zero's base. It's very important for Terran to not let the Zerg run away with the map control here. We did get +1 weapons on the Marines. Now the Lurkers are pushing in here as well. Now there is a siege tank out here. Ooh, I don't know about this though. Now the Marines are separated from the rest. We're losing a lot of that bio. Zari's in a little bit of a difficult position. 37 drones to 44 workers. Those Lurkers are chasing down those Marines. Nice snipe of one of them, but the mutas chase in right after that. We're losing a lot of mutas for this. But we did eliminate a massive bio ball. Zari is continuously pumping out of 5 factories. We get our first science vessel, 2 siege tanks. But now with losing that giant bio ball, we cannot go for a push. Defiler Mound already down as the Hive has finished up here. Third base, pretty saturated. And Zari is looking in a difficult position. We're going to have to play very defensive for a while here. Meanwhile, Zero is running away with this game. We have +1 carapace already on the Lurkers, which make them a lot harder to deal with. And this is going to be the difficult position here where Zari has to slowly push out the Zerg. And this is what this is what Zero wants, right? Like, the closer that Zero can get a Defiler to Zari's base without having to back up that much, the better. Ooh, those siege tanks moving a little bit too far forward. Mutas trying to come in here, take out one of those science vessels. A lot of barracks pumping now. And this is where things get a little bit scary here for Zero, because Zari has rebuilt a pretty decent-sized army. Running out a lot of these Marines, but we are losing a lot of the Marines trying to push across this map. And we are only on 5 factories. Trying to take out that science vessel so we don't actually have vision of that Lurker. Siege tanks all get eliminated, and now, oh man, Zero's in a pretty good position. If we can get that Defiler out and just throw down 1 to 2 Dark Swarms, actually we need a Nidus in order to survive the third base, but I think Zero has the timings. Consume should be done very shortly. This is such a close set. I mean, as soon as... Yeah, okay, Consume's already done. If you get the Irradiate on the Defiler, we're going to back up here. The Muta's trying to take out... Oh, the second Dark Swarm as well. Very well played. We do back up with the bio. Lurkers under the Dark Swarm, so that's going to be almost impossible to kill. Now the Mutas can just kind of poke around and take out this siege tank. Zari now up to 6 barracks, starting to get +2 weapons. We did get +1 armor in between that, which makes those a little bit more resilient to Lurkers. Behind this, Ultra Cavern coming up. I'm sure we're getting +1/+1 on the Zerglings. Sorry, +1/+2 on the Zerglings. They now have speed and crackling upgrade, and a 4th base coming up here in the top left-hand corner. A little bit of an engagement in the middle of the map, but again, this is a really scary position here for Zari. Losing any of this bio is very haphazard, and will delay his ability to keep any map control, which is really pivotal for Terran moving into the mid-game. If a Zerg can get 4 bases, it's very difficult for Terran. So Zero's in a great spot. Now we've got Defilers, we've got Niduses. We're going to try and get up this ramp. Oh, if we can snipe this Nidus, Zari's going to potentially be able to hold this. Or not hold this, attack this third base, but nope. Not going to be able to do that much here. Now, I would say that Zari has put this back onto Zero's map to win back. Zero is now in the mid stage of Zerg. They play very defensive, they build up a lot of upgrades, and then they kind of break out at a certain moment. With the Defiler still up here, it's going to be very hard for Zari to break this, but so Zero's doing a great job. A Plague goes down on that vessel, that's also very nice. And this is where things get a little bit difficult for Zero. He has to defend a lot of different bases in a lot of different places. But a nice little breakout here could potentially allow for him to cancel that third base going up there for Sorry. A lot of Zergling out here. Ooh, a really nice stim as those lurkers on Burrow. No Nidus over here. This could deny that fourth base. As I was saying before, the fourth base is really important for Zerg. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen here. A little expeditionary force here. For Sorry is going to get cleaned up. Zero doing a good job of keeping Sorry at bay, but we did lose that fourth base there for Zero. Sorry does get the third base at the block, and now we're moving on up to 7 barracks. We've got 2 starports pumping. We're not getting any more siege tanks, so I'd like to see stuff like a third starport come down shortly as soon as we get that third base up. But we do have a lot of Zergling moving around. Oh man, now we've got Dark Swarm right outside of our natural. Plague? We have nothing over there. Meanwhile, there is a push over here. I did not see this. At the natural here. Plague did go down there. Plague on the science missiles at the natural here for Sorry. Sorry's third CC at the 6 o'clock is lifted. Zero now pushing in here, putting down another Dark Swarm. Or Plague? Oh, it's another Plague. Oh, man. Meanwhile, here comes the Ultras. And yeah, there's the GG. With the third base gone and everything else getting plagued, I just can't see Sorry holding that game. It looks like Zero is going to take the victory of all 3 of these best of ones. Some crazy play between the 2 players. A lot of aggression from Sorry in game number 2 and 3. Zero playing very econ focused on game 1 and 2. And game number 3 was an interesting set. Sorry really just kept losing those bio balls in the middle. Zero did a great job of just jumping on those bio balls at the right time in order to kind of delay any type of pushing, and allowed Zero to get that third base pretty quickly, and then was able to get that fourth base and pretty much just turn the tech advantage into his favor. Zero played all of these maps very well. We saw a lot of different styles too, kind of a very aggressive style, and then game number 3 bringing us a little bit more of an econ macro style. So very well played by both players. That'll be it from me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I am Schamtoo. This is StarCastTV. Please throw down that subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, please check me out on Twitter and Twitch, SCHAMTOO, where I go live with some StarCraft BroodWar and tournaments. Have a nice night.